Assalamu alaikum, sisters. MashaAllah, barakallahu fikum. I have a question to ask the four of you. Are you ready to answer? MashaAllah. Now the question goes thus: how would you feel if your husband tries to marry another wife?
In my own opinion,
Yeah, okay. I said, how would you feel when your husband tries to marry another wife?
in my own opinion, I will feel jealous. I will feel like hey, second wife ke. Èmi mo ti ṣe tó like kílé tó fi máa lọ fẹ́yàwó mi ṣé mi mo ti gbó ni àbí something like that. But later, I will think about that. Is the word of Allah that said, if the man is capable to marry second wife, the man should do it, but the man should not do partial. The man should be equal.
Guys, can you hear? She said,
Yes.
only if the man does not do partial between them. Now, interesting. Let's say again, Bismillah.
Okay, and in our own family now, my daddy's brother, he married 4 wives, and both of them, everybody, we are living peacefully, and there is no problem. But if my husband said he's going to marry another wife, I will leave it. But if he's not taking care of me, I will leave him and the God. So the God only does the job.
MashaAllah. So you leave him and God. So and you continue praying for him, right?
Yes, sir.
MashaAllah. Now let's hear from you, Bismillah.
From my own opinion, it's going to be painful and I will feel jealous. But I don't have any option than to accept.
Okay.
Because it was said by Allah that man can marry 4 wives.
So it was said by Allah that a man can marry 4 wives.
Even in the Holy Quran also, that man
Okay.
can marry 4 wives.
Okay.
But
Okay.
for the man to think that she want to marry the second wife, she must have the ability and capacity to be justified between the 2 wives.
So he must have the ability to be able to justify between the two
wives.
equally.
Equally.
What if the man decides to buy 4 Ankara for one and 3 Ankara for you? What would you do? That is impartiality, right?
There will be problem.
Partiality, because the man, if you brought 4 Ankara, it may be different color. The second wife may not like the colors that he gave to the first wife, and the other one like another color. They can choose. It may be the first one and choose 4, and the second one choose 2 because it's not like the color or the texture of the material. So that is not what we mean by partiality.
Wow.
Partiality is when maybe the husband giving them food, money for food equally, like maybe the wife may like eating rice, the other one may like eating yam. So that is not what we mean by partiality. Maybe sexual intercourse, maybe it should be giving them
The same time,
Yes.
the same schedule.
that is not.
Thank you, mashallah. Now let's
The
see.
man to think of marrying another wife. The man between the children, they must not be partial.
It must not be partial. Okay, so
Because
so
some of
it should not. It shouldn't say I want to America or Saudi and the other in Nigeria. Okay,
Tó bá ṣe fún
mashallah.
A ni kó ṣe fún B.
Okay.
So kó wà àjọṣe láàárín àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ tó pé tó bá wà àjọṣe àwọn ọmọ yẹn máa di enemies of ara wọn. Wọ́n máa di ọ̀tá ara wọn láàárín.
Wow, mashallah,
Like
mashallah.
that is
Bismillah,
àánú gbọ́dọ̀ ní ability láti.
mashallah.
As for me, it will first shock me, but I will accept it because it is the will of Allah, and Allah have already said it in the Quran that men can marry more than 1 wife, and if the man does not have capability, no need for him to go ahead of it. And then some people are doing it for the sake of Allah, and then some people are not doing it for the sake of Allah. I read one story yesterday. Both the first wife and second wife, they are fighting, and the husband did not separate them because the husband have warned them before that they should not fight, they should not quarrel, they should not have quarrel among each other. So one man now came and asked, why don't you settle your wife? He said, I've already warned them.
Okay.
So the second man asked, why do you marry the second wife? He said, even though I'm even regretting it of marrying second wife because I'm not doing it for the sake of Allah.
Oh,
Yes.
he said he's regretting because he did not do it for the sake of Allah. Guys, do you hear?
Yes.
She said the man did not do it for the sake of Allah. That means there is not a class in that action. Now, mashallah, I'm enjoying. Bismillah.
So the man said, I married the second wife because the first wife did not give me a male child. So that's the reason why. Unfortunately, the second wife, she even gave birth to female.
Oh,
So-
Allahu Akbar.
So
Allahu
for me,
Akbar.
I will accept it. If the
Mashallah.
man can be justified between us.
Thank you. Jazakumullahu khairan. What about your sister? How would you feel?
As for me, in some cases, if your husband gets married to another wife, it will be very painful because òṣàjẹ́ pé méjì obìnrin kan ò sí under one roof.
Please, what's the meaning of that?
husband. The meaning of that is that your husband getting married to another wife, that makes you two inside the house, and you won't accept it. You only believe that only me for my husband, me and my husband alone. And
But what if your man tries to do it? How would you feel about it?
well, there is nothing new under it
Okay.
because it
Will you
is
be
the will of
happy to
Allah.
accept?
Well, no,
You will not be happy. Why?
no, because èmi ni mo ní is for me.
Wow.
Only me and my husband alone. So,
Okay.
so a Muslim lady must have it at the back of her mind that whenever she's going to her husband's house, it is under probability that the husband will get married to another. And if the husband should get married to another wife, it shouldn't be a new thing to her because it is the will of Allah.
Oh.
Every Muslim
Now,
lady
she
knows.
said
So,
it's the will of Allah. So, and every woman must have it in mind before going to the husband's house, before the marriage, that her husband might might likely marry another wife. So 2, 3, or 4. Jazakumullahu khairan.
Oh, yeah.
May Allah bless you and everyone in the family. MashaAllah. Barakallahu feekun.
Amen.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.